on Chig Smooth. My man Chig Smooth is in here. Chigs, I want to be on Chig Smooth shit tomorrow. Jay-Z.
It's a mainstream album. What's wrong with that?
So it's not hip hop, is what you're saying.
3 albums. Aerosmith doesn't make rock music. Their music is mainstream now. He's Aerosmith of hip hop. He has elevated his brand past the confineries of this little small thing we call hip hop. He is at another stature to the point where he's making albums with his wife about being married. What's wrong with that? Why cannot Hov make a mainstream album? Aerosmith can.
Whoa. No. Bullshit. He's made mainstream albums before. It's just that 444.
What was the mainstream album he made before?
Wait. Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Jay-Z has made songs with gigantic pop records on them. 444 is by far the least mainstream album he has made in a long time. He made an album that was so mainstream, the fucking album was sponsored by Samsung. They bought 1 million copies of it, sent the shit platinum. He's made albums that were super mainstream.
You think Samsung did that?
At all.
You think Samsung did that? You think? No. See, black culture is mainstream. See, black culture is mainstream. Hip hop is not mainstream. Black culture is mainstream. That's the difference. People keep thinking black culture and hip hop are synonymous at every level. It's just not, bro.
So just tell me, real calm, because we fight this good fight all the time. Tell me why you feel like, and I'm uninterrupted by Van, why you feel like 444, maybe the blackest album that Jay-Z has ever made, why you feel like that's not hip-hop?
Why do you feel it's the blackest album he's ever made?
I said maybe.
I mean, why?
I said maybe it's the blackest
album. Why do you feel that way versus Reasonable Doubt or any of his albums previously?
Because number one, when I say blackest, I mean things that are attacking issues that are inside the black community.
Like CNN is doing.
Like remember now, all of that drug dealing shit, that's cool, that's entertaining, but I don't think that got nothing to do with the entirety of the black community, because the entirety of the black community is not mixed up in the dope game. And I actually have problems with people.
But again, it's not because but the black community, right, is not just about, right. So you have the black community, right? The black community could be a wealthy person as wealthy as Jay-Z is today, and it could be as poor as a poor person today, right? That's black. That's the black community. Black culture is different than just the black community. Like, it's still a certain issue, right, at the highest level that's different than at the root of culture. The flavor.
What's black culture then?
But that's my point. That you asking me what's black culture. Black culture is any culture forced by the land that we were at. Forced by the land. The land. Right. The land determines what black culture is, or culture in general.
No, black people determine what black culture is, wherever they are.
But again, no, black people don't determine what black culture is. The
black
circumstances
people don't determine what black culture is.
No, the circumstances.
I come from a lineage of farmers in Maryville, Louisiana. They farm. They black as shit, and that blackness to me is real blackness. That's the first skill that we learned, passed all the way down. They some black country roping, fucking hunting, fucking farming, fucking Motown loving.
Farming is not black culture, though.
Niggas. Farming is not black culture. You're bugging. You're bugging.
No, it don't have to be.
Even the fact that you would say that, even the fact that you would say that farming is not black culture,
it's not.
That's white supremacy. In 1910, black people owned 15 million acres of land in this country. Farming was the first thing that we learned how to do. And the reality is that the only reason why you don't think it's black culture is because the white man systemically and through terrorist operations took our land from us. But it's still black farmers out there.
I'm not saying. Listen, you don't have to have keys to a culture, right? You don't have to have keys to a culture to make it yours. It's like, it don't have to be yours because you do it. Like, it's not about that. It's not about like, oh, black people farm. I'm not saying there's no black farmers. I'm not saying we don't have histories and years of farming. But farming is not black culture.
Farming is black culture.
It's not. Farming is a natural. It's literally human beings in general. Farming doesn't belong to one person. How you farm would be a conversation of black culture.
Farming is black culture.
I mean, if you want, I mean, listen, walking could be black culture, like you said. Because we're the first people that walked.
Walking is black culture if black people walking.
I'm saying it's how we walk is what makes it culture. Some of these things are just what human beings have done. How we walk is what makes it culture, not just walking. How we rap, what we rap about, you feel me, is what makes it hip hop. Not just that we rap. Not just because we rap. It's how you do your shit.
So let me ask you a question. If you farm with a throwback on, is black culture?
Don't be ridiculous, man. Listen, I'm sure black farmers got swag. I'm sure black farmers got swag. And it's the way we do our thing.
They got swag. They got tractors.
No, you missed the point. No, not just tractors. We do it a certain way. And that's what makes it us. How we do our thing is what makes it us. Gun violence existed before black people. How we do anything is what determines and makes it culture.
Right. So that means by that point that anything could be black culture. So like working in the Gap could be black culture if you do it in a black way. So therefore, if you rap about working in the Gap, you're rapping about black culture and it's hip hop.
No, it depends on what made the song. It wasn't just him rapping about working in the Gap. He was rapping about dealing with a racist boss who motherfucking fired him from his job for being a nigga, saying he stole something. That's what make it hip hop and black and urban. Not just him. If I made a rap song about rapping in the Gap and everything is fine, that shit is not motherfucking hip hop.
Yeah. It's hip hop.
It's not hip hop. He ain't rapping about just, I'm in the Gap working and everything is going good. Now I'm a manager. You know, I made it up to the manager and no, he's rapping about the people being racist to him. They thought he stole pants. And he was rapping about that experience working in this mainstream store. Drake is not rapping about oppression of being black and dealing with none of that.
Right. Drake is rapping about his experiences
as a human being.
No, bro.
Yes.
Experience. Nah, bro. He said Drake got bars. It's like, I used to get teased for being black. Now I'm not black enough because I'm not acting tough and making stories up about why I'm
Except now he's acting tough.
You know, no, this is albums ago. It's like I used to
I'm saying
for being black and
now
now
he's
I'm not
acting
black
tough.
enough because I'm not acting tough and making stories up about where I'm actually from.
That's not gonna work. That's not it. Kanye never rapped about being tough. Yet it was never a debate on his hip hopness.
Bro, it was never a debate on this hip hopness because this whole debate on what's hip hop and what's not when these niggas is rapping and doing their thing. The biggest strike against Drake that would say that Drake is not hip hop is the ghostwriting shit. That's the biggest.
That's not the biggest strike. That's not the biggest strike.
The biggest strike against Drake that you could say
Drake
that's
wasn't hip-hop. That's not the biggest strike.
He is one of the nicest rappers. Has made some of the dopest hip hop, dopest music. I don't understand how you can say he's not hip hop.
Listen. That's why you couldn't consider him something else. Hip hop is not about that. It's because his rap is void of really the struggle of urban communities. That's what hip hop is. Hip hop is it's the way you can see what's going on in our life. It's what's going on in our life. It's because the news wouldn't tell you, so we were able to communicate like that.
But our lives are so varied.
But again, urban community.
But our lives are so varied. I've lived.
No, it's not varied because you're saying that anybody in Beverly Hills can like this culture, right? And then rap about what's going on in Beverly Hills at the highest level, and then that person is hip hop because they true to what they talking about.
Well, I personally think that hip hop is about more than just the streets. I think it's about more.
But how could you when literally it is the streets? It always was from its inception.
It's evolved past that.
No, it's not evolved. Everybody else who's not from the streets wants a part of it. That's like people saying niggas is not exclusively the black people no more, man. They like, no, it's evolved past y'all. So now we can do it without y'all.
No, hip hop has evolved past the streets.
No.
It's mad niggas coming up doing amazing hip hop that's like little Fortnite kids and they rapping it. Is Tyler the Creator hip hop?
You said who?
Tyler the Creator.
Tyler, hell yeah, he's a fucking skater.
Yeah, cool. When I was growing up, wasn't no nigga skating.
It was nigga skating my whole life.
But when I was growing up, I didn't see no skater niggas doing no skater shit. Black people have adopted the skater shit, and that's dope.
No, that's not true.
The skater shit was started by some white boys in fucking Venice, and that's facts. The skater shit was started by some white boys in Venice. That's facts.
Listen, I'm not going to debate who started skating, but I'm saying by that same standard, white people started DJing. White people started graffiti. White people started, black people, a black man started rapping, feel me? But black people have been skating like farming since its inception. They have been doing both.
Right.
It's been black skaters. Like, he's a black skater that
raps about it's been black, it's been black skaters. What I'm saying is that like, my point about the black skaters is that was something that was going on in LA. That was something that was going on in Baton Rouge. Is, you know, we do our thing in the hood, but then we also farm on the side, go a little turn up, and then up in Canada, I don't know what they do, but I tell you what, I got to know more about Toronto and about Toronto slang and Toronto lingo and all that.
You're a damn lie.
It's true.
You're a damn lie.
It's true.
Tell me 3 slang words from Toronto. All right, I got you better. I got you.
I'll do it.
I got you with the greatest test ever.
No, I'll do it.
No.
I'll do it. I can do it.
I got you. I'm gonna run through the list. I'm gonna run through the list. I got you. Here you go. I got you. I'm glad you said that. Okay. Tell me 2 things specifically Toronto people wear that Drake's wore.
Specifically that Toronto people wear that Drake's wore. I don't know if there's anything that I know specifically that Toronto people wear.
So look. Okay, so you don't have that. Tell me something that's West Coast.
Dickies.
Okay. Tell me something that's East Coast.
Tim's.
Tell me something that's Southern fashion.
I mean, I don't really know. Like, we got,
you know what y'all wear in Louisiana.
We wear polo shirts, but they wear those everywhere.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you don't have nothing for Toronto. Okay. Tell me a car that a West Coast person drives.
Lowrider.
Okay. Tell me a car a Southern person drives. Culturally.
Shit, bro. We used to have chrome on a 929.
A dump, right? A dump.
Yeah,
right. A dump.
Yeah, but we didn't really. To be honest with you, in Baton Rouge, we didn't have too many cultural cars like that.
I'm gonna say, but I'm saying in the South, right? It's dumps, right?
Yeah.
A dump is a Southern way to do a car. A slab, a dump. That's a Southern way to do a car, right? More Texas,
though. More Texas.
Okay, but I'm saying, but that's still the South, right? Still Southern. Because I'm giving you.
Well, it depends on who you ask, but yeah.
Okay, so tell me what some cars that are popular in New York.
Cars? I don't really know any cars that are popular in New York.
Okay, Jeeps.
The niggas be talking about Maybachs and all that type of
Jeeps,
shit.
Right? Jeeps, right? They have Jeeps. They're big Jeep culture, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me, what do Toronto niggas drive?
Like, shit, if you go by what Drake is talking about, they drive like Maybachs and all of that shit. But
because you know why? Because there's no fucking culture. That's why. Because that's not wealth. That's not what Toronto niggas are driving in the ghettos of Toronto, in the streets of Toronto.
So let me ask you this: can you look at Tory Lanez and get any of that stuff?
No, and because Tory Lanez is not a fucking hip hop artist. He's literally a clone of every artist doing music.
Okay, so what? So then, if Drake is from Toronto, and then Tory Lanez is from Toronto, and you can't look at either Drake or Tory Lanez and glean those things, then maybe the issue is not specifically about.
No, Toronto has culture.
Wait, these are connected. To be honest with you, they do have culture.
And they have a ton.
A lot of the culture that I've heard.
Here's the thing. The reality is this. I think we've established a couple things. Oh, Rosenberg, I'm going to drop one more before we get out of here.
You going to lift up another Oscar? You got a Grammy?
No, I'm not
You
going
come
to
up
lift
with
up
the
another
Grammy?
Oscar. No, I'm not going to lift up another Oscar. I'm not going to do that. And by the way, don't stunt like you wouldn't just on the Summer Jam screen. Everybody on here can stunt, right? Everybody on this thing can stunt. So don't trip. I'm gonna leave you with one take right here for us to briefly touch on. This is Glass's wildest take to me, and I have to share it with you. You're aware of 444, the album?
No, not aware. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, sure. Glasses says that's not a hip hop album.
It's a pop album. It's a mainstream album.
Are you talking about it musically or the place that Jay-Z was in his life when he made it?
Musically, and the place he's made in his life when he made it.
You don't think Story of OJ is a hip hop record?
I think the story of OJ is as CNN as CNN is at this point. I think it's been so over. It's like saying fuck the police today. It's been so over visited that it's just kind of everything, you know what I mean, that's consistently been happening. And I love the story of OJ. And I think that one song is the closest thing to it. But I think overall, the project is a mainstream project. I think Jay-Z has been a billionaire probably for half a decade at this point.
It's a mainstream project. It's about his fucking marital problems with the biggest pop star in the world.
Yeah, but that's not hip-hop.
No, I hear you. I mean,
yeah.
Wait, you're saying you would literally put it in the pop category on Spotify?
Yeah.
It's nuts.
You're a hot take.
I don't think that's
I didn't know this.
You
that's
are.
that bad, though.
No, and you know
really
what? And you know what?
bad?
This is why.
Listen,
this is why
I'm
fascinated why Glasses podcast will be trending every single week.
We got to talk, Glasses. We got to change this because you're
like,
even though that take makes me want to call you Glasses A. Smith.
Right, like Glasses, bro.
It's following
the surface, bro.
It's following his joint album with his wife.
Yes.
What are we really talking about? Like,
but I feel
crazy,
like okay, you're replacing the term corny with not hip hop. You might think
no, because 444 is not corny. It's not corny. Like singing about love or rapping about love is not corny.
But it's not musically pop throughout. Like I don't even know what the most popish joint would be.
It's the first Jay-Z album he released where it's not one club record on it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about the club, right? It's actually a rhythm and blues album that he's rapping over about his marital issues. That is not that doesn't have a lack of representation. Hip hop has always been in its inception, right? It's a lack of representation on such subject matters because of this is not a mainstream issue. But if you're talking about something that's a mainstream issue, like marital problems, that's where it stops being so hip hop. I'm not it's a billionaire.
I love the take. I love the take. I'm not saying I agree.
Is this a rock song? Is this a rock song? Made by one of the greatest rock bands ever.
Let me hear it.
Turn it up.
No.
Why is it not a rock song? It's made
this
by
the Aerosmith shit?
It's Aerosmith. Why is it not a rock song, man? Why?
Wait. Which one? Which
it's
one?
the one from the movie.
I don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a rock song.
Is this a rock song?
That is a rock song. Yeah.
Mm.
It is.
Is it a rock song?
Because it's a rock song.
It's a ballad.
It's about. There are rock ballads though.
Yeah, that's Meatloaf.
Rock ballads. No, rock. Like they're rock ballads. Meatloaf has rock ballads. Is Dream On a rock song?
This is a pop song, bro.
Dream On doesn't sound.
It's a pop
song. Dream On is Aerosmith before Aerosmith.
Man, it's a pop song.
Is Dream On a rock song?
Man, this is a pop song or a rock song?
Dream On is a.
And you know it is. Stop doing that.
I think it's a.